Chasing Hockey, Blue Futon. We are going in the digital world with Shimmer Lake. Have I seen this movie? No. I think it's been on Netflix for maybe a year-ish, but I really don't know. But let me go watch Shimmer Lake, and I'll let you know if it's worth visiting this lake. Let's go. Alright, so just got done watching Shimmer Lake. What's it about? Well, it's a heist, bank, robbery, / murder, / corruption, / blackmail story told in reverse by Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. And doing the story this way, you get to know different characters, what their situations are, why they're getting blackmailed, why they're robbing a bank, why people hate each other in this small town of Shimmer Lake, I think that's what it's called, as well as some FBI agents coming along because, heck, that bank is federally protected. So who do you have in this movie? You have a good cast in this movie, actually, for a movie that's kind of not heard of. Like I said, you have Benjamin Walker, you have Rainn Wilson, you have Rob Corddry, you have, what's that guy from Office Space? Ron Livingston, Wyatt Russell, Adam Pauly, and John Michael Higgins. Like I said, it's a pretty good cast for this movie that I bet you not a lot of people have heard of. What do I like about this movie? I like how they did the timeline of actually doing Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. And I like how you understand why they're going through these scenarios and why some of these people are dying on Friday or Thursday and what made them die on Wednesday and Tuesday and what's their backstory of why one person is mad, why he always has to sit in the back of a police car. He just starts angry, but then you realize why he's angry of sitting in the back of the police car of other things that happened to him 4 days ago. There's also family dynamics in this movie that work, and it's a story that's somewhat believable. They didn't go over the top with this movie at all. They basically kind of kept it surface level, which they needed to do, because this kind of reminds you of Memento, but Memento is way more dynamic and can be more confusing in this movie. This movie, everything is given to you throughout the storyline, so there's no questioning when the actual Tuesday day happens of how all of these characters involved are in this scenario or situation they put themselves into to be dead 3 days later. So it's a simple story that makes sense and it doesn't think the viewers are stupid. Gives you enough clues to realize who is who in this movie, because there are a couple of things of like a guy shooting a person on Friday and you see a tattoo. So if you pay attention of who's actually going to roll up their sleeves real quick and you see the tattoo, then you realize who it is and you say, okay, that's the person that killed that person, so that makes sense. But does it? And that's the negative of the movie. Some of the scenarios of why people are getting killed, why would you kill them? Or why did some of these people put themselves in this situation? Because there was nothing against them, or why would you do it? I mean, you had a decent life unless you just really think you're just going crazy. You want to put yourselves in this situation to do this bad deed on that Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day it was, but I don't really remember. And other than that, I really wasn't mad at this movie at all. It was a perfectly well-made movie. It was pretty hysterical. There was one scene in the movie where the guy's like, yeah, I got a date with Wendy. And they're like, oh, how's it going? And he's like, it's going pretty good. And like, you know what's going to happen next? Little baby Wendy's are going to be running around the house. And he's like, yeah. And the Wendy's is not the Wendy's you think it is. But when you actually see the Wendy you think it is, you probably think what it is now. You're like, oh, that is super clever, because I didn't think of it. But there's some solid writing in this movie as well. So Shimmer Lake, what I like about this movie, it's a story that doesn't think the viewers are stupid. It gives everything to you with nice little puzzle pieces, so you're not actually grabbing. You're like, okay, that makes sense, that makes sense. So it's actually a fun time for the viewer to watch and have a good time with this movie. Bad, some of the character arcs don't make that much sense of why they would do it, or I wish they would flesh it out a little bit more. This is only an hour-and-a-half movie, so if they add maybe 5 or 10 minutes more of who's this Ed Jr., and why was he put in this situation? How did he actually die? Maybe I completely missed that part of the movie, which I will say guilty if I missed it. But like I said, while the writing is witty and funny and it makes sense, there are some character arcs where you just wish, give me a little more, please. So Shimmer Lake will receive a 3.5 out of 5 Blue Futons, which equals a 70%. So see, the critics and user scores gave this movie. So you have the critics a 60%. the audience of 59%, and there's no critic consensus. So overall, there's only 10 critics that reviewed this movie, and it's been out since, according to Rotten Tomato, it was in theaters June 9th, 2017 for a limited release, as well as streaming the same day. So it's been out for over a year and a half. There's only 10 critic reviews for this movie. So like I said, it's probably one under the radar. Not a lot of people have seen it, but I think it's one of those movies where it's a very serviceable movie. I would watch it just to have a good time with the cast, with the snares they put in. And this would be kind of a decent R-rated movie if it was in theaters. Strong language, violence, and I think some drug use. But, like I said, it's enjoyable. So do you agree with my 70? The critics 60 are the users 59%. Chase second the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this Blue Futon Utopia. You Blue Futonians, thanks for watching and have a great day. I just wonder, like, in real life, calling it real life, if I would ever be put in this situation. I don't think so. I think I'm smart enough. You should see my college transcript then.